welcome to the NBF Q&A. Right now I have Crystal, one of my other authors, on here, and I am Sarah the Rebel, the founder of nerdybutflirty.com. If you haven't checked us out, please do. This is not my normal mustache. This is my fancy mustache, so we're about to get down. All right, let's pull out these Q&As. All right, so the way I envision this is I'll read the question, and you and I could both give our answers. Does that sound cool?
Sounds good.
Okay. Steve, also known as InJoystick, asks, what's the best way to calculate a gravitational quadrupole of a solar body that cannot be directly observed? And his follow-up question is, what the fuck is a gravitational quadrupole?
Huh?
Yeah.
That's my answer.
That's okay. That's your answer. My answer is the best way to calculate it is to get a calculator and shove it as far up your... I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know what a quadrupole is, and I am not a fisherman or whatever kind of person does this kind of calculations. Next. Nerd Poetics asks, if Doctor Who in his TARDIS suddenly showed up in your room, where would you want him to take you?
I feel like now is the time for my beard to think.
Your thinking beard?
My thinking beard.
Forever thinking beard.
If you want to take that first while I put on my thinking beard.
Definitely. Okay, where would I want him? I mean, he could just... I'm not a fancy person. I'm very simple in my needs. I will probably just have him take me to my room. Okay, so maybe we go on a date.
Date first before the room?
Before the room. Okay, so we would go to St. Lucia, to the Edge Hotel by the water and eat a giant rock lobster. Your turn.
All right. I kind of want to have a very Jurassic Park-like adventure and go back in time and see dinosaurs. I want to see if they have feathers for real.
Did you
like it's been speculated. I mean, I know I might die, but at least I will die knowing if they truly had feathers. I want to know. That's
Jordan! Where'd you come from?
Hi.
Hey there. Did you hear the question?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're just answering questions from the fans. And so it's going to be your turn. Get ready. The question was, if Doctor Who in his TARDIS suddenly showed up in your room, where would you want him to take you?
No idea. Completely lost.
Skip. Okay, we'll skip that one.
Yep.
All right, Brandon Basile had a few questions, but they're all pretty good, so I think we're just going to do them all. Okay. The first one is, who's your favorite Final Fantasy hero and heroine? I always feel weird saying that word.
I understand.
I was more of a Legend of Dragoon girl, to be honest. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite Final Fantasy character, male or female.
This is my ultimate, like, gamer confession that I am always embarrassed about. I never played the Final Fantasy series.
Oh,
Really?
God. Oh,
Really?
No. Why?
Never.
Oh.
Just like listening to...
Everybody's always shocked. I'm like, listen, I just didn't. I mean, I just didn't. I was a total shut-in. My parents kept me very isolated.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really have friends at all. So I didn't have friends that also gamed, so no one ever really told me about it. Because, you know, we didn't have the internet when I was young and when those games were out. So I never really found out about them. So I was just left in the cold.
So no, I definitely know that, like, because a lot of games from the past, like, people will be like, I can't believe you didn't play that. Or, like, I play fighting games now. And I don't play them very well. I don't know all these combos. I don't know the lingo for fighting games. And I'm always like, I lived by myself. I didn't have friends to game with. So it's like me and family members playing Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, it wasn't like me and the neighborhood kids so I could learn what what all these words meant. Anyway, so I forgive you personally.
Thank you.
You have absolved my child. So none of us have a favorite Final Fantasy hero?
I like Lulu from 10, but she's not really the heroine.
Well, she can be. We can say her.
Okay, sure.
Yep, I like her too. Yes. Good. Glad we answered that. Best or most memorable video game theme song? I'm assuming this is of all time, so take a second and think.
All time. Is it like a personal choice, or are we speaking for all of humanity?
It's personal choice. Who you
Personal
are.
choice.
When you say. I'm making the decision that's what he meant.
It's not a very well-known game, but I really like the theme song for Soul Blazer.
Yeah, so good.
It was on Super Nintendo, and I really liked it. And that's all I'm going to say, because now I'm embarrassed, because most of the time I'm just like the only one. So many embarrassing questions for me. Leave me out of this.
Get me out of this Q&A. You know, I don't know if it's just because I'm thinking about it. It's really hard for me to pick my most memorable video game theme song because music is such an important thing to me. I love hearing music. And so when I like a game, I generally like the music too. And it's more nostalgia than anything else. So like when I'm playing Legend of Dragoon now on my PS3, because Sony is awesome, and it has these old games, I get really excited when I hear the fight music, and the theme song and all that stuff, but I think it may just be, like, because I'm reliving my childhood. So I'm actually going to say Ain't No Rest for the Wicked in Borderlands.
Sweet. Kind of perfect considering what you're wearing, too.
Because I look wicked?
You do.
I'm actually wearing like a God of War shirt.
Nice.
So at first I was like, what? I didn't say the God of War theme song. Yeah. What cat? Do you have a favorite theme song? Go.
Ugh. Sorry for the ugh. I'm getting old and this position is starting to hurt my back.
That's what she said. Okay. What male video game character should Brandon Basile model himself after to get all the nerd girls hot and bothered?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Jin from Tekken Tag Tournament 2 and all the other Tekkens. Because he's smoking hot, and if you could model yourself to be like Jin, I'd be hot and bothered.
I vote for Leon. Leon up in that police uniform, and as long as he doesn't talk, because Leon, when he talks, and stop. Just stop. But I like looking at you. So if he dresses as Leon Kennedy, I'd be feeling it.
Jojo?
I don't know.
Why don't you know any answers to any of these questions?
I'm sorry, I'm clueless.
You don't like any boys in video games?
I do. There's just too many of them.
Just pick one for him.
This
is to help him.
Okay. I like Riku from Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't like his younger one as much. I like the older one.
That's good. It's good that you're not a pedophile. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Riku's pretty hot. I like his hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's something for me. Okay, Cordon Bleu also has multiple questions. Actually, I think almost everyone had multiple questions, so I'm going to stop saying that and just ask other questions.
All right.
What is the voice you would use to voice act a self-aware Imperial battleship?
Who wants to go first?
I'm going to go first.
Go.
Captain, we are approaching Mars.
Good job.
Oh my god. I'm waiting.
Next. I can go next if you want me to go next. I was just trying to keep it open. You have a very feminine voice for that. I was thinking more like, Captain, we are now approaching Mars. Kind of like a weird, deep voice British guy. I don't know.
You gotta be a British guy to be a spaceship. You're sexist.
Yes.
Joanne.
Pardon my beeps. Joanne.
How dare you turn up the volume.
Oh,
Maybe she's gonna skip us again. Okay. What is your favorite race to be on Skyrim? Because I plan to pull the race card on whatever you don't mention. My favorite race, it was hard for me because I loved the Red Guard because I made the most bomb-ass warrior. She had a mohawk full of dreads and she was sexy as hell with a little face scar. But I like kitty cats. So cat people always kind of win for me.
What were they called again? Did it start with a K?
Yeah, it started with a K.
Yeah.
Kajit?
Kajit, something like that. Something.
Kitty cat! That's what I called it every time I saw it.
Kitties.
Oh, we got more questions too.
oh
I played as an Imperial, though I really like the Dark Elves as well.
Yeah, dark elves are pretty cool.
They're pretty badass.
Okay. Who is hotter, Christopher Columbus or Ferdinand Magellan? I'm personally would say Magellan, because he did what he said he was gonna do. It's just my opinion.
I agree.
yeah.
No question. And his last name's Magellan.
Which is pretty hot, right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if I did Sarah Magellan? What you doing? Magellan like a felon. Okay. Big A asks, what's your favorite video game of all time? I would probably... I'm really hard with favorites. That's what she said. Well, that's what he said. Anyway, it's tough for me because I hate having to pick between the different genres of video games. But I guess if I look at the game I turn back to the most and play again over and over again, it's probably Dragon Age Origins.
That is a very good pick.
Thank you. What is yours?
Do you want to go next, Joanne?
I don't know about my favorite. The one I've dumped most hours into is called Audition. It's this online dance one.
Really? You said it's called Audition.
Yeah. It's like Audition Online Dance Battle or something.
It's freaking dope. Hang on. Gotta go find that. Well, don't really hang on, but I'm just saying.
Sounds awesome. I guess I should go. I'm such a BioWare fan. I was trying to think of a word that isn't.
You're gonna say war, weren't you?
Yes, I was. TikTok. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry. That was
So I'm torn because I love the Mass Effect series, obviously, like a ton. It's almost sickening. People want me to shut the fuck up about it. But as much as I love it, I do find myself always like having a craving for Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, and it doesn't matter, how, quote, old it is. Like, I could easily go back to that game and enjoy playing it all over again. And it doesn't matter how many times. And that's a pretty big deal. So, I guess that would kind of bump it up in the first one. Mass Effect is almost there, but I feel like sometimes it's so emotionally overwhelming for me at times. Whereas Origins, it has some emotional things to it, but then it's, I don't know. I can't explain it. I just love it.
No, I feel you, because Mass Effect 2 is definitely one of my favorite games. But you're so invested in that when you play it. It's not as easy to pick up and put down. What is your personal pick for game of the year and why? So we did our site pick earlier, but this one is like your personal game of the year. Um, for me, I would probably say Mass Effect 3.
Why are you copying all my answers?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll put on a sad beard or something to show. I won't. I love my mustache. I love it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on Mass Effect 3. And it's so good.
I haven't played that many this year.
I
Or
forgive
at
you.
least that many new ones.
I'm gonna have to send you some games for Christmas.
My
I
school
shouldn't say
has
that,
too
should
many
I?
finals and exams. I
Yeah.
like Kingdom Hearts 3D though.
Kingdom
I like
Hearts
the
3D. I heard some good things about Kingdom Hearts 3D. I didn't even think about my 3DS games. Okay, well, it's too late. I answered. Okay, next question. What video game series would you like to see a movie about?
Should someone go? Someone else go? Is that what you're doing?
What are you doing? It's not my turn, so I can't copy anybody.
As weird as it might be to say, because I feel like there could be movies that capture this kind of feel, but I would really like to see a Bayonetta movie. I think that would be really fun.
That would be really fun. I agree with you.
Quentin Tarantino directed Bayonetta movie might be fucking badass. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have to write this down for later.
I would be excited.
That would be really, really dope. Joanne, do you have a pick?
They already made Final Fantasy VII movie.
No, they got me already. They handled me. For me, I don't know. That one's hard because I'm so picky. They're already making a Mass Effect movie, but they're not making it the way I would want them to. Like, I really think FemShep should be the main character of the movie because one, it would be more interesting than just, oh, look, another action movie. It'd be hot girl in outer space kicking people's asses. It's pretty interesting.
Right.
Yeah, so I just think it would have added a whole new flavor. But so if we ignore them because they're already making one, I would actually like to see an Okami movie. I know that sounds weird, but I'd be really interested to see like what somebody really creative could do with Okami. Because it is a cartoon and the main character is a wolf goddess, but I just imagine like somebody creative could take that, like the way they took this is a horrible movie, but the way Romeo and Juliet was reimagined to be like all futuristic and Queen Mab was a drug and all, like I'd like to see someone get that creative with Okami and make a movie.
That's cool. Can I interject, by the way? With the Mass Effect thing, I totally agree. I would prefer to see FemShep, and what drives me nuts is that they decide to go, and I understand they want to make sure they make money and it's an action movie, whatever, but there's been a successful female in a lead role of sci-fi movies. Has anyone seen the Alien series? I mean,
everyone loved it.
Right? Like, why is there a question about this? I don't understand, and it just irritates me. Anyway.
No, I totally agree with you because that's what I use as the example. I'm like, remember how it was so much more interesting because she was a woman? Oh. Anyway, people are stupid. Hollywood is super stupid. I mean, you've seen Independence Day? These aliens supposed to be blowing up the centers of human civilization. For some reason, the place they pick in Africa is a hut place? You don't know that Africa has cities? Hollywood. Okay, anyway.
Africa doesn't have cities? What?
No, just spheres. Okay, Christian Johnson asks, what video game are you most looking forward to getting next year?
Also similar to what we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
When we talked about
Last
what we're most anticipating.
Yeah, and BioShock Infinite. Yeah. I think that still holds true. Bioshock Infinite, probably.
Yeah. Joanne?
Mm,
Jan's like, I don't get
Not when
video.
the next StarCraft 2 is coming out.
Oh, that's right. Next StarCraft 2. Alright. Yeah.
I like when you turn and your eye patch just stays in its place, waits for you to come back.
I'll wait here for you. Let's see. If you could go anywhere with the doctor, where, when would you want him to take you, past, present, future? Okay, so we kind of answered that one. Then we had a specific question for Kelsey, who isn't here, so I will ask her later and see if I can get a response for this. But asked about what she thought about The Walking Dead winning Game of the Year at the VGAs, because she clearly is in love with the Walking Dead series. So that ends our Q&A. Yay! Wait, I have sounds. Maybe I can make a cheerful
Oh, right.
play sound.
Sound effects. Oh, I see one.
Yes, you're the best, Joe. Okay. All right, so thank you, ladies, for joining me, and thank you, everyone, for submitting your questions. If you want to ask more questions, send them to us at editor@nerdybutflirty.com, and we might do another one of these one day. Bye! Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye.